Hello friends! They say that if you truly want something, you can get it. And it seems that is exactly what a woman from Canadian Quebec thought when she decided to build her own house. Since the prospective owner wanted something special and unusual and had limited funds, she carefully considered all the pros and cons and decided to buy 4 shipping containers. Jumping ahead, let me just say that the result was even better than she could have hoped for. And that's considering that she was the designer, the contractor, and even the foreman of this project. Claude Dubreuil is a young Canadian woman who's been working in a construction company for several years. But as the woman said, building houses by someone's order is one thing, but when the time came to think about building her own home, she puzzled over it for days on end. The girl had a small plot of land in a beautiful place near the forest, and it all could have worked out perfectly if the cost of building a new house in Canada wasn't so high, certainly beyond the means of a young person. So that's when she came up with the truly brilliant idea of building a house out of 4 shipping containers. Finding the construction material to build this kind of dream house wasn't hard, and just a few nights online gave Claude the opportunity to estimate all the costs. Given her location, the price of the containers was about $2,500 per item. Thus, the decision to buy 4 containers was made quickly. The plan was to assemble the containers in a way that would make them into a 2-story house. It is also worth noting that the standard size of a 40-foot shipping container is 12.2 by 2.5 meters, making its total area almost 30 square meters. And considering that there were 4 of them, the size of the new house was going to be about 120 square meters. Before beginning the construction works, Claude had to decide on the project for the future home, which she found on the internet. Thankfully, there were a lot of options to choose from online. So, when the project was ready, she got to work. First step was to clear the area. The land was actually on a mild slope, but it didn't prevent Claude from implementing her idea. The altitudes were leveled by a monolithic foundation, which allowed for the installation of containers. 2 containers formed the first floor, and the other 2 formed a cross-shaped second floor. It was also decided to cut the window and door openings before installing the modules of the house. According to the woman, she got turned down by 4 firms, which all claimed that the project was too complicated. But in the end, she did find the right crew to help her in all her endeavors. However, the hard part wasn't over yet. Since the floors of the shipping containers have large beams, the woman decided to turn them over so as to create additional support for the second floor. The next step was to cover the containers with a natural pipe lining on the outside and to simply paint them on the inside. This way, the cost of construction works was reduced and interior space was saved. The wiring was also placed on the outside under the lining, which also allowed to increase the interior space. All of the other communications were placed there as well. The floor, which was used to be the ceiling, was mostly a thin sheet of galvanized steel that moved as someone walked on it. Therefore, a decision was made to add 10 centimeters of polished concrete with heated floors at each level. According to Claude, the containers are very durable, and more importantly, they're solid. At the same time, they're perfectly comfortable to live in. First of all, you won't immediately realize that you're inside a shipping container. And secondly, they were very easy and fast to work with. As for the interior, Claude placed a large and modern kitchen with a huge family table on the ground floor. There was also plenty of space left for a big guest room with a comfortable sofa and a table, and an enormous window which allowed for the natural light to fill the room. Also, the cutout parts of the container were left on the ground floor, which were later used as partitions to make a storage room and a wardrobe. They were covered with real wood, which gave the place even more charm. The second floor had a master bedroom and another guest room, as well as a huge bathroom. The second floors were connected by a spiral staircase, and the bonus to this not-so-small house was a sort of basement, which was made of cement at the construction stage. But even that wasn't enough for Claude, so of course, she decided to build a big terrace on the second floor, which would be entered from the bathroom through a large lifting panoramic window. That's where Claude likes to have a cup of coffee in the evening, enjoying the fresh air and the quiet. Overall, the woman is very pleased with what she has done, because with any way you look at it, this house is well designed and comfortable. Moreover, it was cheaper and quicker to build than a regular house. And as we know all too well, both time and money mean a lot in our modern world. So friends, how do you feel about this kind of house? Would you have the courage to build one like it? Be sure to let us know what you think in the comments. And that's all for today. Hit the like button and see you soon. Bye soon.